Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today we're unpacking a literally massive opportunity that honestly is flying way under the radar for far too many people. We're going to dive deep into the PMKUS scheme. More specifically, we're looking at how landowners can completely transform their physical assets. I mean, if you own agricultural land, you already know the traditional challenges, right? But what if you could actually harvest sunlight alongside your crops? Or even instead of them? By the end of our time together today, you're going to see your property in a totally new light. Let's get into it. So, I want to start things off by asking you a super direct question. Is your land currently lying unused? Or maybe it's just, severely underutilized? This is a huge pain point for so many rural families. You got this incredible, tangible asset sitting right there, but it's just not generating the income it really should be. The whole revolutionary concept we're exploring today is how you can earn safely and consistently without losing your peace of mind, all while farming or, honestly, just utilizing that empty space. Which brings us to our first main idea: empty land, new opportunity. Okay, let's really dive into this one. We need to completely reframe how we look at idle agricultural land. It doesn't just have to sit there, right? Waiting for the perfect season or some magical market condition. To turn that empty dirt into a real opportunity, under Component C2 of this initiative, you've actually got incredible flexibility. You get two distinct, highly profitable options here. Option A, you can lease your land directly to developers. They build a solar plant on it, and boom, you get a steady rental income. Or option B, you take the entrepreneurial route. You set it up yourself, become an active power producer, and sell that electricity right back to the grid. Basically, you're no longer just farming crops. You're literally farming energy. How cool is that? All right, let's move on to the actual framework making this happen. The PM-KUSUM C2 scheme. This is the official government-backed engine making this whole transformation possible. And I want to highlight this because, listen, this is not just some random private venture or a super risky startup idea. It's a highly structured, reliable initiative designed specifically to validate and support farmers across the nation. It gives you the actual regulatory backing to safely turn your land into an energy asset. And the perks? It's basically a triple win. First, obviously, you get extra reliable income. Second, it aggressively promotes energy independence in rural areas, generating local power for local use. And third, you're directly contributing to environmental protection. Securing your family financially while actually helping secure the planet. It's a win-win-win. Now, take a look at this number, 25. I really want to emphasize this because it is absolutely crucial to understand. When we're talking about this scheme, we are not talking about a short-term gig. This isn't a seasonal payout that's going to just magically disappear next year. We are talking about a 25-year stable income opportunity, a quarter of a century. That kind of long-term stability, it fundamentally changes the entire financial trajectory of a landowning family. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room, the questions in your mind. I know exactly what you're probably thinking right now. Whenever we hear about these massive, complex government energy schemes, it is 100% natural to have some doubts. Stepping into the energy sector? Yeah, that sounds incredibly daunting, especially if you spent your whole life in agriculture. So let's rapid fire through some of these common anxieties. Is my land actually suitable for solar? How do I even begin to apply for this? What's the actual technical and financial process going to look like? How in the world do I navigate the bureaucracy to get approvals from the local DISCOM? And at the end of the day, who is actually going to build and operate this massive plant? We get it. To any agricultural investor, these technical and bureaucratic roadblocks look like a massive, totally impenetrable wall standing right between you and that 25-year income stream. And this brilliantly illustrates our next focus, the complete services by DRE. Here's the good news. You do not have to navigate that maze of bureaucracy alone. Enter Drexon Renewable Energy, or as they're widely known, DRE. According to the source materials, DRE basically steps in as your ultimate guide, bridging the gap between an empty plot of dirt and a fully operational solar plant. You can take a massive collective sigh of relief here because DRE handles absolutely everything from that very first consultation all the way to successful on-the-ground project execution. Their whole stated objective is making sure you get the maximum financial benefits of the PM-KUSUM scheme without ever having to untangle the technical nightmares yourself. They do the heavy lifting, period. DRE maps out this incredibly clear end-to-end roadmap for you. Step 1, consultation. They assess the actual technical feasibility of your specific land. Step 2, application and documentation. They handle all that headache-inducing paperwork. Step 3 is project design and tech support. Step 4, complete EPC services. That's engineering, procurement, and construction. The whole shebang. Step 5, they navigate and secure those notoriously tricky DISCOM and government approvals. And finally, Step 6, operations and maintenance. They take the burden completely off your shoulders every single phase, seamlessly, from day one to done. Which leads us perfectly into our final phase, finding a trusted companion for your journey. As a landowner, you are no longer wandering in the dark here. You're actually taking full control of your financial destiny, fully equipped to take action because you've got an expert guide right by your side. And that brings us to this core commitment. Drexon Renewable Energy, your trusted companion in your solar energy journey. I honestly love this quote from the source material because it's not just some flashy marketing line. It reflects a real, long-term commitment. They position themselves not just as a one-off contractor, but as a genuine partner, someone deeply invested in making sure your transition into renewable energy is smooth, profitable, and totally secure for decades. Seriously, don't let your land just sit there idle for another season. If you are ready to explore this, the materials give us some super clear, actionable next steps to connect with DRE's experts right now. You can visit their website at www.drexs2n.in. You can shoot them an email directly at drexonsolarsolutions@gmail.com or just give them a call at 89793-02620. And by the way, their process aligns perfectly with state agencies like UPNEDA and the broader national push for renewable energy, so you know you're in the right ecosystem. I want to leave you with a final, kind of provocative thought to chew on today. How will your unused land power the future of Atma Nirbhar Bharat, a truly self-reliant India? Because think about it, by taking this step, you aren't just securing a 25-year revenue stream for your family, you're actively building the foundation of a self-reliant nation. You're literally turning idle earth into clean, renewable power for your entire community. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I highly, highly encourage you to go discover exactly what your land is truly capable of.